um, what happens to China? How do we deal with China? Is it still an intractable force, or is there any potential of any feasibility of compromise between the two countries? And, when they talk about, Asia in the 21st century.
When Prime Minister Modi became Prime Minister 10 years ago, since then he has held multiple meetings with the Chinese president,
Yes.
both bilateral, on the sidelines, in other capitals. We've had numerous exchanges. Our trade and economic relationship has grown in the last 10 years. So, what is it about the relationship that is troublesome? I mean, two large countries today, we are larger than China in terms of population. So, we are the largest country in the globe in terms of population. They have a civilization, we have a civilization. We are both part of Asia. So, the problem has to do a lot with the way the Chinese approach the world. For them, the Asian century means the Chinese century. The Asian century for us does not mean the Chinese century.
Right.
For them, they want a multipolar world order. We say the first step towards a multipolar world order begins in Asia, where you have a multipolar Asia.
Quite right.
You have to give due respect to all Asian countries, not least India. So obviously, because of the long border, we have problems, we have differences. The question is, how do you manage? And of course, in the ideal situation, how do you resolve the border? And how do you finalize the border? The whole compact with China after 1988 and subsequently was that, look, we will maintain peace and tranquility on the border. We will maintain status quo till such time as we can resolve the border question. What China has done in the last few years, for different reasons, is that they have challenged this basic compact between India and China. And that has proved disruptive. So 2020, and I say that to the Chinese counterparts, is the year when China practically lost India for many years in terms of public opinion. And it was a strategic mistake. So, I was saying that in 2020, when they mobilized hundreds and thousands of troops and moved a large number of air assets, I mean, the whole thing, air assets, artillery, radars, everything, what were you thinking? I mean, why did you do that? So I would say that the militarization of Chinese foreign policy, their aggression, not just vis-a-vis India on the Tibetan plateau, but even in the maritime borders of South China Sea, Southeast China Sea, etc., has created fear and concern among its neighbors. So when you say that what is the future of India-China, I would say the future is actually good. It's in our hands. But the question is that the Chinese also have to translate their good words into action on the ground. We cannot have a kind of a dual track approach that you say the best things that you can say, but your actions are very different. You have to, make sure that you get India on board in any project that you have to improve the relationship.